Hello, third graders. Welcome back. Yesterday, we left off with the word refusing. And you know that I've challenged myself to use some of these words in my opinion writing. So let's see how it's pairing out. I said, sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you just want to play video games and you refuse to read. So I'm trying to help people understand, and I'm using these words, in my opinion, to try to make a strong argument for why you should read at home. How are you doing with using these words? Well, let's move on to the next word. This word is perch. Can you say this word with me? Perch. So let's look at how I would break this apart. If I didn't know what it said, I would say chunk it, and I know per, ch, put it together, perch. Well, maybe you've heard that word perch, but you're not really sure what it means. It is someplace very high up where you can, like a bird or an object or a person sits. They can sit on it, right? I often think about birds perching on a branch, right? And in the absent author, remember when Jerry is hiding in the church? He's up on the perch of the church because he's way up looking down, trying to figure out who stole the diamond. So let's think of some situations that we might use the word perch. You ready? Okay. A puppy digs a hole and hides in it in the yard. Would you use the word perch for that situation? Turn and tell your partner what you think and why. Okay, partners, turn back to me. I heard a lot of you saying, well, if it's something way up high, digging a hole in the ground is not a perch. You're right. That would be something that we would not use the word perch. That wouldn't be the best word to use. Let's think of another one. The fireman climbs really, really high on the ladder to the tippity top of the ladder to look down over the town. Would you use the word perch for that situation? Turn and tell your partner. Turn back to me, partners. So I heard some of you saying, yeah, if it's a place that somebody can sit up high or stand up and it's way, way up high, then that would be considered a perch. Nice. Let's think of one more. A mother bird is in her nest. Would you use the word perch for that? Turn and tell your partner. All right. Now this is a cool thing because some of you said, yes, if a nest is up high, right, on like a branch and the birds can see out over, then that would be a perfect way to use the word perch. However, if the bird's nest is on the ground, that would not be perch. You would not use the word perch for that, right? So let's think about some places that you could that somebody might perch upon, or what are some ways that somebody perches? Talk to your partner. This is an interesting word, one that we don't use very often. Go ahead, turn and talk to your partner. How would you use this word? All right, let's come back together. You know what I was thinking about? Miles has a treehouse, and maybe he perches on top of his or in his treehouse because he can. It's up high and he can look over. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's think about the next word that we can really think about and use. The word is admire. Can you say that word with me? Admire. And if I were to solve this word, I know add and I know mire, right? And I put them together and they say admire. So when we admire something or someone, like we feel this wonder or like this happiness, right? You're looking at them and you have this feeling of approval, like, wow, just admire that person, right? And remember when Maya smiles admiringly at Jerry, right? So we know because they solved the mystery, like we know that she's looking at him like we did it, like there's some wonder or happiness, right? So let's think of some situations that we might use the word admire. Let's think about when a baby burps. Would you use that word admire? Turn and tell your partner. Okay, come back to me. So third graders, probably not an action that we would admire. Because it's just a feeling of like happiness, or maybe it made you happy. Either way, make sure that you are defending what you're saying. All right, how about this one? A teacher looking at a student's best effort work. Would you use the word admire? Go ahead, turn and tell your partner. What are you thinking and why? All right, come back to me, partners. So I don't know about teachers in the classrooms that you're in, but when I see kids putting their best effort into anything, I often admire. I admire their perseverance. I admire how they keep trying. And I definitely would use that word admire in that situation. All right, let's see, one more. How about a mother is watching her son solve a really hard problem? Turn and tell your partner, what are you thinking? All right, turn back to me. So some of you would say, yeah, if my mom were watching me not give up and trying to solve problems and being flexible, then I definitely would use the word admire, right? Because it's easier to give up, but you feel this like, wow, look at them. Wow, wonder. All right, let's think of some other situations that we can talk about. When do you admire things? Like, when do you say, wow? Go ahead, turn and tell your partner. All right, readers, come back to me. So I heard some of you say, you admire sports people, right? The tricks that they can do. You admire singers and their beautiful voice that comes out. You admire your mom or your dad because they work really hard. Awesome situations to use the word admire. All right, so today we talked more about perch and admire. Ooh, I'm going to challenge myself to use these words. It's going to be tricky because perch? But I'm going to challenge myself to use these words in my writing or even just in my everyday talk. I'm going to challenge you to do the same thing. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Have fun.